Hello, welcome to Saakar Ambarnath live stream. Let me know if you can hear me.
Hello,
Welcome
welcome
to
to
Saakar
Saakar
Ambarnath
Ambarnath
live
live
stream.
stream.
If there is a lag or if you can't hear me or if you can't see the screen properly, just comment in the streams. So this is our 41st tournament for group A, and today after that we will be having our 42nd tournament, that is of group B, so that will also have a live streaming. So let us see how many students have joined. So there are 8 students, and the tournament will start at 4 p.m. so 8 minutes to go. So this is not a opening based tournament. Players are free to make any move. So we have Diksha, Shri, Gayatri, Shamik, Rugved, Soham Acharya, Arnav and Rishit so far. So dear parents, comment in the chat box so that I can know that you are present. Okay, Mrs. Bachar is saying screen is blur. Maybe when the matches started, then we can see the board. Uh, we can just go to live section some. Okay, now let me know if you can see the board clearly. So this is the leech's screen only. There are some properties maybe to adjust the color, but I am not sure. If you can see the board clearly, then we can just leave it as it is. Mrs. Joshi is saying okay, screen is not blur. Uh, if you can see the board, then it's fine. Okay. Yeah, I can agree that but the Bleach's background is gray and little blur, but I think board is pretty clear. So maybe 3 minutes to go. So we have 9 players. And there are 6 rounds, and there are 20 seconds break in each round. It's a 7 plus 5 rapid. So there is enough time, so players should not hurry. 7 plus 5. So increment is big, so they should think on each and every move and play properly. So the rounds will start soon. Now 1 minute to go. Now there are 10 players. At 7 p.m. we will have Group B tournament, so that will be also streamed live. So all the parents can join at that time also. Group B is basically for beginners and those who have completed beginner course and they have gone into intermediate course. And this Group A is for the intermediate and advanced students. I have forwarded both the links to all the parents, so I request all the parents to join to the both the live streams and enjoy the games. Now 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and the games have started. So we have 5 games. Rugbet versus Diksha, Then Soham Acharya versus Shri, but that game is not beginning. Then Arnav versus Sharmad and Soham Samvatsar versus Gayatri and Rishit versus Shamik. Okay, so Rishit has opened with NF3 and Shamik replied with D5 and G3, NF6. This is pretty interesting opening against Rugved and Diksha. Rugved is attacking with bishop on the rook. Diksha played rook g8 and Rugved has started attack immediately. His second bishop also has come out. Soham Acharya versus Soham Samvatsar. Soham versus Soham. No, Soham versus Shri. Okay, Shri is not playing, or maybe he is having some network issue. I don't know, he has not yet started. Now Arnav versus Sharmad. Okay, both players have castled. Rook e1. Arnav played rook e1. Now Sharmad opens with c5. c5 break. Attack on the knight. Knight has jumped to f5. Okay, coming to Soham Samvatsar versus Gayatri. Alright, Soham Samvatsar has taken out his queen early. It's on e6. Gayatri has just played bishop e3. But he missed the bishop. Oh, she missed the bishop. So Soham Samvatsar immediately saved the bishop. Knight f3 was played by Gayatri. Now Rishit versus Shamik. Knight e5 is played by Rishit. It's attacking knight on c6. Queen d6 was played by Shamik. You can't see the matches. Okay, if I scroll down, then you are not able to see the matches or what? Okay. So maybe at a time you can see only one game. Okay, fine. So Rugved versus Diksha. So I will not scroll down. So there are 5 games going on. Okay, I think so. I should not scroll down to see all the games at a time. maybe I will show you one game and then I will go on switching between the games. So what if I open it on the new window? No, still. So I will click on the game and then it will take me directly to that game. So Rugved versus Diksha. I think now you can see this game. So I will just go on one by one game, one move per game, maybe one or two moves per game. Just show you the current status of the game and then I will switch to other game. So this is the first game, Rugved versus Diksha. Diksha has 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes left, and Rugved has 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes left. So Diksha played Queen B4. The B pawn was attacked, so Rugved played B3. And now to save the H pawn, she played Rook H8. The Rook was on D8. Okay, so Rugved played Queen H6, attacking the Rook. Now can you see the game? This game, Rugved versus Diksha. I will not be picking up any phones because I am streaming live. So if you have any question, you can type it in the comment section. Can you see the stream? Okay, so we'll go to next game. The Sharmat versus Arnav. The game has ended, and Sharmat has won the game. Okay, next, only two games are going on. So Soham Samvatsar, what happened to Soham Samvatsar? He lost to Gayatri. Okay, so these two games are going on. Rugved versus Diksha and Rishit versus Shamik. So let's go to the second game. Rishit versus Shamik. Both have 3 minutes now. They are down to 3 minutes. Rishit played bishop d6. I think Shamik is playing with black pieces and Rishit is with white pieces. And Rishit is exchange up and rook up. So I think it should be easy win for Rishit. Rook b6. Can you see the board? Can you see the game? Please comment. Is there a lag in a stream? Is there a lag? I think there is some lag or problem with stream. I don't know what is the problem. Now I think it is okay. It is working fine. So there was some issue from YouTube only. Maybe I am not sure. So Shamik is fighting hard to save the game. Okay, and there is a checkmate. So the game has ended and Rishit has won the game. So the second round will start. Um, no, I think one game is still going on. Rugved versus Diksha. So Diksha is trying for checkmate. She played h4 and stop the entry of the king. And now that's unavoidable checkmate. Yeah, Rugved has to give the queen to save the checkmate. She should have given rook check first. Yeah, okay, fine. That is also fine. Now rook a2 check. So there are enough pawns. So there was no stalemate and Diksha won the game. So all the games of round 1 have been finished and the second round is going to start now. The games have started. So first game, Rishit versus Sharmat. Sharmat has played e4 and Rishit is thinking knight f6. So this is Alekhine defense. e5 attacking the knight. Knight comes to d5. Okay, we'll go to next game. Diksha versus Gayatri. Okay. So we'll see this game. Diksha is having white pieces and Gayatri with black pieces. The game opened with e3, e3, e5. This is unusual opening. Knight f3, d takes c6, bishop g2, castles d3. And Diksha has, I think, lost the pawn here. Gayatri has captured the pawn with queen. So let us see if Diksha exchanges the queens or not. No, she played queen e1. She has refused queen exchange. Okay, so let's go to another game. Soham Acharya versus Rugved. Okay. e4, e5, and f3, and c6, bishop b5. This is Spanish. d6, tennis variation, castles, and f6. Rook e1, a6, bishop takes c6. So Acharya captured the bishop, exchanged the bishop for knight. Okay, castling. Okay, let us come to this. Queen f3, bishop g4 was played, attacking the queen. Queen g3 was played. Then Rugved plays queen e6, f3. Oh, that's a mistake, I think. And Rugved has lost a piece. When the bishop was attacked, he attacked the queen and forgot that queen can capture the bishop first. Oh, okay. Then coming to Soham Samvatsar versus Shri. Okay, this was e4, e5, d4. Oh, e takes d4, queen takes d4, center game. If white plays c3 here, then it goes to Danish gambit. Knight c6, queen d1. Okay. Soham Samvatsar has lost the queen. Oh my god. Okay. So let's go to the another game. Shamik versus Arnav. e4, e5, and f3, and c6, bishop b5, a6, bishop a4. This is again Spanish. And you immediately played b5. So that is okay. Queen e1, d takes e4. both are having minor pieces, two minor pieces, and the queen exchange was offered by Arnav, but Shamik declined it. And Arnav's d3 pawn is dangerous. It is well connected by all the c4, b5 and a6 pawns. Okay, Shamik plays rook f1 attacking the queen. He may get some attack here. Okay, queen d4 check. And he is losing a piece now. Yeah. Knight d4 is forced, I think. Knight f6 is forced. Sorry. Knight f6. There is a queen d4 check. This is a dangerous attack. And he now has to give queen also. No, but he could have played king g8. Or no, he could have removed the queen. But still, there was a discover attack. Oh yes, sacrifice one piece because he is materially very up and having a strong attack. And there is a checkmate. Yeah, Shamik has won the game. Beautiful checkmate. Beautiful attack. Five games are going on. No, three games are going on. One game just finished. So let us see again Rishit versus Diksha. Sorry, Rishit versus Sharmat Guru. Knight takes e8, knight takes e8. Oh, I think he lost the rook. But there is a threat of checkmate. If queen comes to long diagonal. What will Sharmat play now? Bishop c3. He played bishop c3. What about queen e4? Queen e4, then f3. But he captured the bishop. Bishop takes c3, b takes c3. I think there was good move here. Queen e4, attacking the bishop and threatening checkmate. No, but bishop could have gone to f1. Yeah, bishop could have gone to f1, attacking. Bishop f3. He played. Okay, queen takes c4. Uh, 5 pawns, white has 6 pawns, and white has a dangerous pass pawn, advanced pass pawn. Then d6. Queen c6 was played by Sharmat, by Rishit, and now it gives attack on the bishop and checkmate on g2. So bishop goes back to f1. Okay, let us see the other game. Diksha versus Gayatri. Okay. Oh, Gayatri has good extra pawns. It's rook and pawn ending, but so this should be easy win there. 3 pawns up. And now the a pawn is going to soon become a queen. Alright, so which is the third game in progress? Shri versus Soham Samvatsar. Okay. Let us go to that game. So here Shri is rook up, so it should be very easy win. Now it's just a pawn push and it's a matter of just queening and then checkmating. And it's a checkmate. Very good. Rook a7 was a checkmate. I was worried about stalemate only, but he played very nicely. So and avoided the stalemate. And only one game is in progress now. Rishit versus Sharmat. So let's rather it's uh, Sharmat versus Rishit. So Sharmat is playing white pieces. So and he has two extra pawns. So let us. It will be interesting how he wins this rook endgame. So he has given rook g3 check. Sorry, rook g6 check. And he took the third pawn also. So now white is 3 pawns up. Now it will be very difficult for black rook to stop all the pawns, but he is looking for here for checkmate. Of which the Sharma should be very careful. So Sharma has given rook e6 check. Now rook f3. Rishit played rook f3. Sorry, king f3. That's right, he brought back the rook to avoid the checkmate. And he gets a perpetual here. Oh my god. No, but he can push the pawns. I thought king f1, rook f2 check, king g1, rook g2 check. Like, but he has 3 extra pawns. He can just push the pawns. He should not lose the pawns. He should not lose the pawns. He should try to exchange the rook. Oh my god, it's very interesting. Rook f4 check will be blunder. He should not do that. Because after that you will have rook pawn, which is a draw. We know that it's a draw. Now he has cut off the king. No, he should not allow the king to come near the pawns. The king was cut off. Of course, Sharma has a lot of time on the clock, and Rishit is down to less than a minute. So parents, let me know if you are able to see the matches board and you can hear me properly. Write in the comment section. Like and subscribe to our channel. Oh, he missed the chance. He should have given the check and exchanged the rooks. A rook. He had a chance to exchange the rook. Now he can pin the rook. That's what exactly he did. And now the rooks got exchanged. And now he has two passers. Now only thing he should take care of stalemate when the king goes to corner. Now it's a easy win for Sharmat. Yeah, the bishop pawn is now going to queen. Oh, he missed. If he should have gone to h7, and after promoting the pawn to queen, it was a stalemate. So he missed that the only chance, and now he got checkmated. A beautiful game. Well played both. So you have to be very careful till the end, you know. So that's the fun of chess. So third round has started. So Som Acharya versus Gayatri. So let's see this game. E4, E5, N3, N6, Bishop C4, Nf6. Knight C3. What will Acharya play? Okay, let's go to another game. Sharmat versus Rishit. No, Sharmat versus Shri. The game has not begun. I think Shri has some network issue. Sharmat, Rishit versus Diksha. Okay. Nf3, E6, G3, NC6. BG2, Nf6. Castling G6. NC3. Okay. So this is D4, C4 should have come here. Okay. So Bishop G7. And E4 was played by Rishit. Okay, so let's go to another game. Now Shamik versus whom? Rugved. Okay. So we'll see from white side. Okay, Rugved versus Shamik. Bishop E3. What was the opening here? E4, C5. Okay, so Shamik plays that, and it's a Mora gambit. D4, C takes D4, C3, and D3. Decline. D3 line he played. Queen takes D3, knight C6. This will be interesting how Rugved handles this, because this line is not taught to the batch of Rugved yet. Bishop G5 attacking the knight. You can just go on exchanging the pieces. Maybe Bishop F6, and if he takes, then Rook takes F6. No, he should have played Bishop F6, attacking the bishop. And if Bishop is exchanged, then Rook takes F6 attacks the queen. Oh, he should have long castled. He should have long castled here. Or did he move his king earlier? We have not seen. But the king was safe actually if he would have done the long castling. Now it's okay. One rook have been exchanged. So now he is offering queen also for exchanges, because he knows that if you attack the exchange the attacking pieces, then the attack will reduce. So that is a good tactics by Rugved. Okay, so let's go to another game. Soam versus Arnav. So rather Arnav versus Soam. It has not begun yet. Okay, I think Soam Samvatsar is having some network issue. Parents should comment on the live chat so that I can know that if they have any difficulty in watching the stream or watching any games. So we are in the third round and 5 games are going on. Let us come to again first game. Soam Acharya versus Gayatri. Rather Gayatri versus Soam Acharya. I hope the parents are enjoying the stream. There is no lag and the stream is clear. Parents comment about it in the live chat. So Bishop D6 was played and now Gayatri is thinking. So there are 2 minor pieces, Rook and 7 pawns each. So Gayatri is taking her time to make a move. So we switch to another game. And Sharmat has won the game against Shri because it didn't begin at all. But there must be some network issue. Okay, and Rishit also won against Diksha. Okay, I think she lost the queen. Now only two games are in progress. Somacharya versus Gayatri and Rugved versus Shamik. So let us go back to Rugved versus Shamik game. And Rugved has a bishop pair, 7 pawns, and he is 3 pawns up also. So looks to be a very strong position for Rugved, but let us see. How it progresses. Okay, thanks. Parent is saying it's clear, sir, and we are enjoying watching it. Thank you so much, ma'am. Uh, Bishop d5 checking, d6 was played, and Rugved exchanged the bishop for knight. Oh, I think he lost the rook, so now Rugved is rook up. That's why he exchanged the pieces. Oh, rook could have captured the pawn, but oh, now he lost the bishop also. Now it's gone. Only thing is there should not be stalemate. Yeah, and he is able to checkmate. So Rugved has won the game. Now the only one game is in progress. So Acharya versus Gayatri. And Gayatri is down to less than a minute. And Som Acharya has a lot of time. 4 minutes. Knight d3 was played. What is the position? Minor pieces. 2 rooks are there. And 6 pawns. So the only problem here is of time control for Gayatri. Uh, she lost one rook. And now Somachari is exchange up and rook up. But one rook is still inside on h8. But he has a terrific attack. So Gayatri goes for a queen exchanges. Oh my god. He put the rook in front of pawn. The pawn can capture, knight pawn capture. Knight can also capture, but her queen is attacked. So she should have captured the rook, and then she should have captured the bishop. But anyhow, she is winning, but only she has to take the care of clock. Queen g2 was played, b6. Queen g4, attack on the bishop. Bishop goes to f6. Now rook comes out, rook f8. Queen d5 was played. I think queen d7 is best. Queen f5 check was given. Okay. Now she can play bishop takes h6. Bishop takes h6 was, I think. Yeah, now she played it. Bishop take h6. Rook e1 check. King g2. Rook e2 check. King f3. And now there is no check. So rook is attacked. Rook goes back to e7. Now knight will come in the game. Knight d2. Bishop takes d4. b3 saving the pawn. Rook e1 was played. Knight e4. Now she should have played knight e4. Okay, but queen was attacked. Okay. So king s7. Now the bishop was attacked. So bishop e3 was played. Queen e4 check. King f7 is the only move. Should not come to h5. King f7. Queen b7 check. Okay. Bishop e7. king f2 was played, rook is attacked. Where will the rook go now? Rook a1. Oh, he captured the bishop and he gave the rook. I don't know why he played like. Bishop g5 check, king d3. Knight has a support. So Machar is thinking of what to play. King g6, b4, bishop g5, b5, bishop f4, h3. Now so Machar is down to 40 minutes and black resign. Okay. So 3 rounds are over and we'll be now in the 4th round. So first game, Sharmad versus Gayatri. E4, E5, F3, and C6. And it's Italian, Bishop C4, Bishop C5, D3. So Som Acharya versus Rishit. So it's again we have Alekhine defense. Okay. Then Rugved versus Diksha. Rugved gets by. Okay. Then Diksha. Versus Arnav. Okay. We'll see this game. Diksha versus Arnav. E3, E5. Knight C3, D5. Knight F3, E4. Knight D4, Knight F6, G3, Bishop G4. Bishop E2, Bishop takes E2, Knight D takes E2, and Bishop B4 and castling. There is no white square bishop and still she has castled here. Okay, so let's go to another game. Shamik versus Shri. Okay, Shri is able to join now, so there is a Roy Lopez at Spanish opening and Berlin defense. Knight f6. a6, bishop f4. Bishop d6, very bad move. You should not put the pieces in front of pawn. So let us go to there are 4 games going on. Sharmad versus Gayatri, Soham Acharya versus Rishit, and Diksha versus Arnav, and Shamik versus Shri. Okay, let's see this Sharmad versus Gayatri. It was on b5, so is it Mora Gambit again? No, e4, e5, and f3, n6, bishop c4, bishop c5. It is Italian. Bishop f5 was played, knight e4. And she exchanged the bishop for the knight. Knight d4 has come. Now this knight exchange allows the dangerous d passer for black. So she should not put. For time being she can just support by playing c5. Yeah, she played c5 because there is no b4 counter attack, you know. F3 was played to support the central pawn, e4 pawn, so that is good. So this game is going to be very interesting afterwards. So let us go to another game. It can be queen and pawn ending or rook and pawn ending. So again coming to Som Acharya versus Rishit. One rook got exchanged, rook takes e1, queen takes e1, and oh my god, he simply blundered the other rook. Rishit played rook e8 and queen captured the rook. Now there are 3 games in progress. Diksha versus Arnav. Let us go to that game again. So Arnav has doubled the rook beautifully on e file, and he captured pawn also. Now Diksha is thinking, okay, so we'll go to another game. Shamik versus Shri. Oh, so this is a rook and pawn ending. 6 pawns and 5 pawns. So white is pawn down. But that's not an issue. There are enough pawns. Oh my god, look at the Shamik's king, where it has reached. It, it is it is saying hello to black king. And there was a check, and Shamik interposed the rook. And discover check. King g6, he should have given the threat. Okay, maybe he can play rook c7 or rook h7, attacking one pawn and mate checkmate threadmate. So let us see. He has enough time, 7 minutes almost. So rook c7, he played rook c7. Oh, okay. King d6, rook d6 check. King e5 and rook g6. And he has picked up the pawn. And suddenly the Shamik rook has become very active. And he was able to not only recover the pawn, but now he is pawn up. His king and rook both are very active, very strong pieces. And he has, I think, lost the rook here. Arnav has, Shri has lost the rook here. Because there is a check and the rook has the support of king only. And black resigned because of that. Very nicely played, Shamik. Very good game. So 2 games are now in progress. Gayatri versus Sharmat and Diksha versus Arnav. So let us go to Sharma versus Gayatri. All the minor pieces have been exchanged and the white pawn has reached to a7. Also black has dangerous pass pawn on c file and d file. Queen takes b4 was played by Sharma and Gayatri has pushed the pawn to c3. No, I think he should have played rook to d1 because one rook is already supporting a pawn. So he should have attacked twice on the d pawn. But what if she plays c2? Then rook takes c2, and then he will lose a7 pawn. Okay. But at least these dangerous pawns could have been captured. Two pawns. Now c2 comes, but queen can block the pawn. She should do something of e rook because rook on e8 is not doing anything. Queen d7 she played. Okay, queen d2 was played by Sharmat. It will take still some more moves. So let us go to the other game. What happened to the other game? That finished also. Okay. So let us come back to this game. Only one game is in progress now. Sharmat versus Gayatri. Now she has activated rook on the e8 file. It has come to c8. Re c8. And the rook has blocked the pawn. Rook c1. Rook c7. Now attack on the a7 pawn. Okay. Now can he capture the pawn on c2? No, rook takes c2. No, the queen is supported. Okay. King f2. Very good move. White king is very active now and black king is still inside the castle. D3 pawn was attacked twice, so Gayatri played rook a3. Sharmad is thinking now what to play. Because black has an extra pawn and two pawns are advanced connected pass pawns. So g4, he is opening the king side pawns. King f4, g5, king g3. Now it will be interesting to see what Gayatri follows a plan for the win. She is going for queen exchanges. Okay, queen c3. She played queen c3. But will white take the queen? Now the king has gone very far. It's on g2. It was very strong on e3. So it can't come to stop the pass pawns. So I don't think exchange will be right for white here. But if he doesn't exchange, then black will exchange. And now the pawn pushes. Now the pawn will move. I think it was somewhat better for white to exchange the queen and take the king to again to f2, and now it will be queen versus rook. If queen is exchanged, queen takes c3, rook takes c3, d1, oh, rook takes c2, d1 queen, and rook takes c3. And now it's a easy win for black. So I think g4 was a very great mistake by white. And there was a checkmate and black won the game. Now let us go to main screen, and 4 rounds have been completed and we are in the 5th round now. The first game, Shamik versus Gayatri, e4 c5. nf3. It's not a Mora now. Do we see Mora here? It can transpose to Mora also. NC6, D4, C takes D4, C3. But will she go for Mora? That will be interesting to see. That's what I think she is thinking, whether to go for Mora or for some other line. If she plays Bishop B5, it will be Rosso Remo. But I am not sure about her preparation. Knight C3 she played. Okay. So it's a closed Sicilian. Bishop C4 was played. Okay, so now next game, let us go to second game. Somacharya versus Sharman. What was the opening? E4, E5, and F3, D6. Oh, fill it up. Queen D3. Queen D3. Why he played Queen D3 immediately in the opening? Now after castling, F file is open. And he lost the piece. Sharmat lost the piece. But White King is not very safe. White King is not very safe. And now White cannot capture the rook because the Queen is attacked first. And then Black gets chance to save the rook. Okay, so let us go to another game. So 4 games are going on. Gayatri versus Shamik and Som versus Sharmad. Now Rishit versus Arnav. Rishit versus Arnav. Sorry, Rishit versus Shri. So again that game has not begun completely because Shri may be having some network issues. Rishit has played knight f3. But waiting for now Shri. So, now Arnav versus Rugved. Okay. So what was the opening here? E4, E5, and F3, NC6, Bishop B5, NF6, again Berlin. Oh, Arnav is here 2 pieces up. It's a clear win. So we have to see later what happened. Okay, that was Arnav versus Rugved, and then Diksha, Diksha gets a bye, and Shri versus Rishit. Okay, Shri has not yet played. So let us go to first game. Gayatri versus Shamik. Queen c6. Knight d5, Queen c6. Okay, this knight has gone to h7 because after e5, the d7 was blocked by bishop. So knight had to go to h7. g5. Attacking the knight. So knight h5. Can it go to knight h5? Or he can try a4 and then bishop b5. He could have tried that. We should have seen that. Okay, so bishop e7 was played. Rook c1. Attacking the queen. So overall, white has a very good attacking position. Because black both knights are not playing at all. They are out of game. Now the knight can come to c6. And somehow try to participate in the game. Okay, so let us go to another game. Let us go to another game. Mayank is saying good evening, sir. Good evening, Mayank. How do you find the stream? Is it lagging? How it is? The board is visible. So Rishit versus Shri. The game has begun. Okay. But Shri is down to lot of less than a half minute because he was having maybe some internet issue. So only two games are in progress. Everything is best, Mayank is saying. Thank you, Mayank. So since this was the last two tournaments of the year, I decided to have a live stream. and we will soon have some our 50th tournament. We will talk about live streaming of that later. In the new year we will have 50th tournament, online tournament. Okay, so two games are in progress, and let us go to again Gayatri versus Shamik game. Rook d7. She has doubled the rook on d file. Very nice. See, look at the knight sleeping on h7. It is not doing anything. Rook c7. Now he has a plan, I think. Gayatri has a plan to double the rook on 7th rank. Yes, I think he overloaded the rook. Yeah, Shamik lost a piece. Not lost the piece actually, but that knight is trapped. It has no square. RAC8. Now losing the A pawn. Bishop C5. Now there is a clear A pawn passer. I think she should have doubled the other rook on D7 and control the 7th rank. Okay. Actually rook c8 was better, and then knight f8 and knight comes in the game. Yeah, that was the good plan, Mayank. Yeah. But now board is visible. Okay. H5, the pawns are locked. So again this knight has no life. So he should move the f8 rook. Otherwise the knight can't come out in the game. Oh, he gets a chance now. But anyhow this ending is losing because there is a clearly A passer. And black is pawn down as well. He should have taken en passant. Still white better after rook and exchange. Yeah, certainly. Because he is a pawn up and he has a passer. I think she did not take here en passant because then knight would have got life. Still is trying for some counter chances. Yeah, knight exchange was good. Now king f3, correct. And now A is a clear passer. Knight takes knight, king takes knight, king f1, king g2 was better. Okay, king f1, king g2. But again, the a pawn will queen, right? So yeah, that's what also happened, and should be easy win now for Gayatri. The only worry is of stalemate. The only worry is of stalemate. And how many times she has? 2.5 minutes. So good time. So no problem. She should be careful now. Whenever king goes to h, she should be careful. You should be very careful. Yeah, now it's a checkmate. It's a easy win. Alright, so we will have a last round now. All the games of fifth round have been finished, and well played both. Yeah, Gayatri, Shamik. Very nice game. Good. So games have started. It's the last round now, and Gayatri versus Rishit. Rishit, and we have Somacharya versus Arnav. E4. E4, E5, and F3. So this is Rishit versus Gayatri. Okay. C4, D5. Oh, C takes D5, knight F6, D4, knight takes D5, and F3, and C6. E4, attacking the knight. Bishop B5. He can play Bishop B5, threatening D5, something like that. Okay, let us go to another game. Somacharya versus Arnav. Okay. E4, E5, and F3, and C6, Bishop B5, A6. Exchange variation of Spanish. Bishop takes C6. D takes C6. Knight C3, knight F6, knight takes E5. Now what about Queen E2? It's a Petrov kind of a trap. Oh, no, he lost the knight, I think. Oh, he get back to one. Okay, so Amacharya has very tricky plans. All right. So Shamik is playing against Diksha. E4, E6, French, D4, NF6, E5, Knight D5, C4, Knight E7. Okay, Knight is pinned here by Bishop G5. Shamik is playing with white pieces, Diksha is playing with black. D6, Knight F6, and Shamik has given Knight F6 check. Bishop takes F6. Oh, what if he takes with Bishop and then Queen D2 and Queen H6? That should have been some chance, unavoidable checkmate on G7. But that may be too early to say. Let us see afterwards, after we analyze the games. Rugved is playing against whom? Sharmat. Okay. Rugved versus Sharmat. So let us see Rugved versus Sharmat. What was the opening? E4, E5, NF3 and 6, Bishop C4, NF6. Okay, Knight G5. This is he's trying fried liver attack here. D5. He takes D5. Okay, after that now the thing is that Rugved has extra piece. No, but he has lost queen also. So Sharmat should easily win. So Sharmat should win here easily. Okay, let us go to Gayatri versus Rishit game. Black queen has gone to b3 and king c1, and white has lost the queen. Yeah, I think Rishit has lost the queen. For two pieces, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll come back to this game again afterwards. Gayatri versus Rishit. Now coming to Som Acharya versus Arnav. So this is clearly a win for Som Acharya. He is having two bishops extra. Extra bishop pair. Okay. So you should play very carefully and avoid the stalemate and checkmate easily. Shamik versus Diksha should be easy win for Shamik. Rugved versus Sharmat. Okay. Sharmad already won. Shri got the bye. And Som Samvatsar he is absent. Maybe he is having some network issue. So now there are only two games going on. Rishit versus Gayatri and Som Acharya versus Arnav. So as usual, the Gayatri is down on time. She has less than 2 minutes. Three pieces, four pieces, and two pieces. Oh, I think she lost the queen. Oh my god. She had a queen for two pieces. That was. Now Rishit should win this game easily. And he is very much time up on time also. So let us go to the other game. Som Acharya versus Arnav. Only one game is now in progress. Is did that finish? Yes. So it's Rishit versus Gayatri. The only one game is going on. And look at the points table. So this tournament is so tough. 5 points, 2 players, 1 player on 4 points, 3 players on 3 points, and 3 players on 2 points. So let us watch this last game. Oh, Bishop A6 was played, and there is threat of discover, and Rook is gone. Yeah, not discover, but it was a skewer. Now Rishit will just go on exchanging the pieces and then capture the pawns. King D7. No, he should bring the rooks now for the checkmate. Why is making only knight moves? But anyway, Gayatri is down on the time a lot. He should exchange the bishop on F8. or you can simply bring the rooks. Knight d7. There is soon going to be checkmate. Now knight e6 and rook b4. Yeah. Okay. No, this rook b4 itself was a checkmate. So the tournament has finished and we have a winner, Soham Acharya, Gayatri on the second place and Rishit on the third place. Very good tournament, well played champs. Keep it up, very good tournament. Okay, so we'll meet again on at 6:50 p.m. because from 7 p.m. we will start the tournament of Group B. Okay, bye bye.